So if you're wondering what to do with all of your adult kid stuff that's been taking up space in your home, I think that this will be for you, and I hope you listen to what I have to say here, because it's an important topic and one that creates a lot of aggravation in families when our kids leave a lot of their stuff in our homes, in our basements, attics, and so forth. So the scenario would be typical of your kids are grown, they've left home, they went to college, got their first apartment, their first job. But when they left, they also left their high school trophies, all of their awards, all their sports equipment, their dirty sneakers, and they also left their old textbooks, their yearbooks, and also term papers. So if this sounds familiar, then a decade or two later, they bought a big house, they've landed a great job, they might have gotten married, had a couple of kids, and so those musical, the furniture continue to take up space in your home, in your attic, and your basement. So essentially, their stuff has been living rent-free in your home for 10 to 15, even 20 years, and it's been taking up space. And their life, but your life changed too. You've gotten a little older and hopefully a little wiser during that time. This big old house just has become too big for you. You don't need or use all of the rooms. You don't need or want the time and expense that it takes to take care of that large home. And you also don't need or want all of that stuff, your stuff or their stuff. But what you do want, you want to declutter and downsize to a smaller home. You do want more freedom to travel, to meet new people, and to live that more carefree lifestyle that you've been thinking about. And you do want to prioritize, finally, yourself at this stage of the game. But their stuff might be getting in the way of you being able to do this. So for years, they've promised to get their stuff out of your house. And believe me, this happened to me too. That's why it's kind of resonating as I say it. It's no longer a problem, but I did keep procrastinating, putting it off, saying that they think, some, not all, but some think they even have a right to store that stuff there because it's their house too, even though in fact it's yours. And they think it'll be too emotional, that they're nostalgic about it, about their stuff, and they're not ready to let it go. So if this sounds like your situation, one surefire way of getting their attention and also having them actually remove their stuff from your house is to say something like, kids, we're downsizing and it's time for you to pick up your stuff. I don't know if you've ever said that, but when you do, it's a wake-up call, not just for them, but also for you. So then let them know that you're moving to a smaller home and that you're not going to be bringing any excess stuff of your own, and that also includes their stuff. Tell them that when you're moving, and give them a date and a deadline to pick up and remove their stuff from your home. And tell them that it's also their responsibility, not yours, to deal with their own stuff in terms of selling it, donating, disposing, and what they're going to keep. That's not your responsibility, it's theirs. And I'm going to say, just be firm and don't back down. So while this may be a difficult conversation that we have to have with our kids, perhaps it's even a sensitive one in such that it could also be explosive. Maybe it's just something that you've talked to them about before and it didn't go well. So it's important that you have them clear their clutter from their homes, from your home, so that you can move on. And it's important that they understand that and they respect that. So you have to realize too that one of the things that you might be going through is that it's an emotional home where you raised your kids. There's bound to be just your things, but also those kid things. So you might remember them playing with those Legos or the Matchbox cars, whatever it is. So, but as you turn the page to that next chapter of your life, your kids need to change and turn that chapter of their life as well by removing the stuff from your home. So, and chances are it may just take this gentle nudge and the wake-up call to have them get on board. But if they don't want to cooperate, and if they don't, and if you can't wait any longer, don't want to wait any longer, as frustrating as it might be, you can drop it off at their home with maybe a nice little note saying, you know, we're downsizing and we're home. So hopefully it doesn't come to this worst case scenario, but if it does, just drop it off and don't look back. So good luck on your downsizing journey, and I hope that this has helped. I'll see you next Tuesday.